Building a business is hard, but it can be downright painful if you feel stuck, but you keep working as much as you can, but you get no results. If this is you, I can help. I've helped more than 250 entrepreneurs grow their business as fast as possible, and the process we follow to get someone unstuck and growing again is similar across all industries. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm Leon, CEO and founder of Selfmastered, a peak performance training company that transforms entrepreneurs into elite performers that can achieve in one day what they previously achieved in 1 week. I've coached and trained hundreds of entrepreneurs and invested in 37 of them. The first step is to understand why that person is unstuck. And you may be thinking, well, that's very simple. You'd be surprised at how many people are very good at creating strategies, but they don't pause and try to understand what exactly is preventing the entrepreneur from moving forward. So I'd like to go very, very deep on both the personal and the professional. On the personal side, maybe someone is not moving fast because it's overwhelmed, overstretched, too many things competing for attention, having insane fear of failure or fear of success or fear of what other people might think. It can be anything on the personal and psychological sides, right? So we need to get very deep to fully see what is the blind spot, what is the bottleneck that is preventing the person from feeling confident and showing up at their best every single day. And on the business side, maybe revenue is stagnant, maybe the team is underperforming because the entrepreneur is underperforming, maybe things are just not working out as they should because there's been changes in the marketplace. Whatever it is, the first thing you need to know in order to get unstuck is why are you stuck? That's the number one priority. It really helps no one just sitting down to create a grand strategy if we don't know what to base that strategy on. Right? And what makes us different from other management consultancies and submasters is that we truly pay attention to the emotional and mental state of the entrepreneur. Because if the entrepreneur is operating at elite performance, elite results are a matter of time. So first step, systematic audit of the situation, both on the personal and the professional. The next step is creating a strategy that solves the problems you identify in step one, definitely, right? And do so in the simplest manner possible. Because if you try to do too many things, you're gonna get stuck again because your focus will be diluted. The key is to do as few things as possible, but make sure that you select the 20% of things that truly have an 80% impact. And I like to work with one business goal. So what is the number one business goal that we can create in your business that will help you get the growth you want? One health goal. So what is the health condition or the thing in your health that is preventing you from focusing as much as you like? Is it a sleep problem, exercise problem? What is it? Let's really understand it, map it out, and define it. Also, is there any skill gap, any development deficiency, anything you may need to learn in order to become better at your craft? It most likely there is, because we're in constant motion and we're constantly improving. In step two, we want the fewer number of goals that can bring the most value and align that so that there's no loss of efficiency by chasing too many things. Step number three is creating the systems, routines, and protocols that automate that execution. Because if you wake up every day and have to decide to work on all of these things, you're gonna get overwhelmed. And that's the last thing we want. Execution has to be second nature. And that is achieved through behavioral protocols, through habits and routines and protocols that become part of who you are and why you do what you do. That is how you get to the next level. That is how you get unstuck, by automating your best self. At this third stage, you recreate your work week, recreate your environment, recreate your relationship. In essence, you rethink your life and design it so that it is conducive to the goals that you've set for yourself. You stop entertaining things that don't help you. You stop hanging out with folks that don't support your vision. You stop those nasty habits that are costing you your progress. We go very deep into what is it that you should be changing in order to get where you want to get. Routines make or break your chances of success. So creating a structure that truly streamlines everything you want to achieve in your life will serve you wonders. And finally, the fourth step is to proactively transform into an elite performer. And how do you do this? Well, there's a zillion things that affect human performance at work, but we boil it down as a master into four things. Spiritual performance, which is related to your why, your purpose, your belief system, your internal motivators, your mental performance, which is related to your focus, flow, and your mental game, your ability to remain in the game. Physical performance, all about energy. Being high energy will give you the ability to focus. And finally, emotional performance, which is about being in control, understanding how to look at reality without getting caught up in reality, so you always can make decisions without the emotional baggage that some of them carry. If you optimize your spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional performance as you are executing on your plan, you are going to become insanely effective. Progress will become easy and you will start compounding at a much faster rate than you ever compounded before. So this is how you get unstuck. First, understand why things are not working out the way you thought they should. What is the real problem? Is it a business problem? Is it a personal problem? Map it out. Then create a strategy that takes your whole self into account. Not only the business problem, but also what are you in need of learning? What things are you doing that should be stopped that are preventing you from getting to your business goals? Then 3, execute, but do so by transforming your routines, your work weeks, your relationship, your environment, so that your new strategy becomes second nature. So you don't need to force yourself and battle against yourself in order to get things done, because then if this is the case, you're gonna get overwhelmed. And finally 4, personal performance to the max. Become an elite performer. Map out your why, polish your purpose, restructure your belief system so you're always motivated. Recreate your mental habits so you're always focused and in flow and you never get derailed by your own emotions. Emotional performance, learn to look at reality in a dispassionate way so you can make good choices every time. And physical performance, make sure you're always high energy. You do not over rely on stimulants to perform. If you do these 4 things, audit, strategy, execution, and performance, you will get unstuck and start growing at a much faster rate than you ever grew before. See you in the next video.